My apologies, my video was interrupted. So, as I've already told you, I'm new to this thing, so it will take me quite some time before I get adjusted to it, how everything works. But what I wanted to tell in my previous video is that when President Trump was fighting his election, there was entire media campaign against him, and people used to see that, oh, he's a very bad personality and he's a businessman, and I have already said that he has a domestic personality, not fit for to become a president. And people all over the world lapped it up, and whatever the media was showing, nobody went to do any background research that whether it's actually true or not. No doubt he had a very lavish lifestyle. He was a businessman, but he did have popular support, and that's why he became the president. But so everyone was taken by surprise. But anybody who was going to see, who was witnessing his campaign rallies, the number of people who were turning up were listening to things that I used to say. They generally used to think, no, he did have popular support at that point in time, and that's why he became the president. Similarly, it happened with Prime Minister Modi himself. There was a vicious campaign against him that he was involved about his complicity in Gujarat riots in 2002, and he was denied visa to United States and other European countries. So anybody from Europe and America would have thought, oh, he's a person who can never be the Prime Minister of the India. But anybody in India knew that his story had great public support, and he had won two consecutive elections with landslides. So, what I am trying to say is that you have to tell your story to the outside. I mean, if you had asked a foreign journalist at that point in time, he would have said that no, yes, the news coming from India is that Modi is a divider, he won't be the prime minister, he doesn't have public support. But that was completely false. He did have public support. So, but then you have to tell it the similar. It is the story with their stand on CAA or Article 370 and everything else. You have to go and tell your story. New York journalists from New York Times or Washington Post or politicians from these areas will not come to India and do the background research of what is happening in 370, what exactly is CA. They are not going to do that. You have to convey your story why CA was brought in, and all the discussions that are happening in India against New York Times or Washington Post and their bias against India is happening within India. We need to have a person, we need to have a system in which our story is conveyed to the international media the way we want it to be conveyed. So I personally think that this should have done Mr. Modi. This is one big lacuna that is lacking in Mr. Modi's policies, and that is why regularly we are seeing that negative articles about India are being written in different newspapers. The second thing that I wanted to share is that the story that is going to be told from our side has to be done by very powerful, very articulate foreign minister. Now, that can only come from somebody who is very articulate, who has great command over English language, and who is a very forceful personality. And Mr. Jaishankar, maybe he's a very learned man, but he doesn't come out as a very articulate person. He's very docile. He looks weak. His head is always down. He has that smile of a bureaucrat, which I mean, he has been a career bureaucrat, and his personality is that of a complete bureaucrat. We need a personality of a politician, and who can go on different forums and tell our story. So I personally think that, and I again I reiterate that I have nothing against Mr. Jaishankar. I think he's a very learned man, but sometimes you need a different personality altogether to convey the same story. So I personally think that he should be replaced with someone very forceful, a very effective, a very good communicator, and we have several foreign foreign diplomats over here who have served throughout the world. G. Parthasarathi is one name that comes to my mind. There may be several others, and maybe Hardeep Singh Puri is one. He is a very forceful orator. So I personally think that Mr. Jaishankar has to be replaced with someone more effective, and I think Dr. Jaishankar's forte or his services can be availed of in some other field, maybe in the field of diplomacy more, where things get stuck up, or trade negotiations, or negotiations with China and other things. So that is my take on it, and I would like you to subscribe to my channel. I have just begun. I would need some encouragement, and please do write your comments. Thank you.